us helpless. You never leave us stranded. You never leave us hopeless. And up to now, you never sleep so.
All right. Let me apologize for coming a bit late. It was in short. The moment this class was supposed to be by 10 a.m. Maybe some people would have come and gone. Uh, so sorry for that. In the moment I wanted to start by 10, my system just started misbehaving. In fact, I can't explain what just even happened, Seth. So, but I just quickly had to take my tools, as you can see, and open the system and start to do a repairing job this morning before starting. So this is a live session. I decided to bring this session up for a reason, because there are people that would love to ask questions. There are people that have been, chatting me up for one, two, three things or thereabout, or things they feel they want to know about Cubase. Of course, I also work with Logic, but Cubase is my major software. I do better with Cubase. Also work with FS Studio and the rest. So this session is open to everyone. So please, I will encourage you, if you are live here, you can hear me, please put it on the comment section. Let me know those that are active here, to know whether to kick off or to continue to play the track before I do a bit of explanation on how I do my production work, and one or two tips that will actually help people out there to be able to meet up with their production work, and also help their production skills here and there. I can share what I know with you. So without wasting time, maybe let me still wait a bit. So we can still wait a bit for some people to come join in. Let me play the track. Sleeps, no slumbers, never forsake. Chukwala Suneo, Chukwala Suneo, he never sleeps, no slumbers. Chukwala Suneo, Chukwala Suneo. I'm just going to start, and wherever you meet up. So I'm just going to start wherever you can meet up later on. You can just rewind, fast forward. You can take it to the point where you want. I was hoping that there are people that are going to be live to just drop their questions and their review as it is going, so that the moment I see the questions on the comments or in the comment section, I will just treat them as I see them. But okay, since there are no questions yet, first of all, I want to talk about let me talk about the loops. Let me solo the loops. So if you notice, the loop is in a WAV file, because I do all my loops from FS Studio. I feel it is quicker for me there. You understand? Quicker and easier for me there to just make my loops and bring and import it into Cubase. Then probably when it is imported into Cubase, I can start to now work on my drums. So in order to make the music a bit fuller, I always love to use loops, tracks on top. But some people prefer, you understand, some people prefer to use to play the drums directly, just straight ahead. It depends on you, but for me, I always feel loops are loop have loops. They have a way of adding to the song. Then my drums, people always say, how do you sequence your drums here and there? It's you must not be a drummer to understand sequencing. Sometimes if I charge my clients, I have different categories of charges these days. I have sometimes I will tell you realistic MIDI drums. It has its own charges because it takes time to actually wants to do a good job or put a good job out there. We are producers, and sometimes our problem is we are in a hurry to want to deliver songs. This session is about discussion. We are too much in a hurry to want to deliver a song. You can't take a song in this kind of nature, this kind of song, for example, and you want to deliver it in let's say in 3 days. You can do that, but you will not optimize the best. You will not do the best, or you will not have the best from that song. So once my clients come, or they sometimes I work for people in both in Lagos, every part of the country. So they send songs to me through WhatsApp. I listen to the song and I give them dates. You must be organized with your settings, with your job as a producer. You must be organized. The thing is organization. So the reason why people will never take you seriously as a producer is because of your package, is your organization. I have my price list. Let me put it up so that you can see. I don't know if I can share that price list up there. Let me see if I can share it. I have my price list with different categories, and if you work with Fiverr, you will. If you work with Fiverr, excuse me, let me look for that price list to see if I can display it here on my WhatsApp. Just take a look. Okay, this is the price list. Let me download it so that it can be bigger. Let me just take it to a picture. Please bear with me. No, this is a practical session, so it's not going to be edited. It's just something that is a class. It's like a class. Aha. I don't know if okay. All right. Now take a look at this. You can actually do something different for your own. Okay, you can actually do something different with your own. So here I have basic. The basic is just recording, which is voicing. We have just making of beats, and we have no mixing and mastering is $20. And also, which is in naira, I put it about 28,000. And we have the standard package, recording, that's voicing. The standard package include recording, voicing, making of beats, instrumentals. Then with what mixing and mastering, it is $40. Then I have the premium. This premium package, I also have the prime premium package. Is not here. That one is for special clients. You understand? So I have the premium package. This premium package, instrumental and voicing, complex production, like all these kind of jobs. You understand? Mixing and mastering, standard. Then we have with guitar, there's what we call the standard instrument or the regular instruments like bass, drums, piano. Those are the regular instruments. Then extra instruments, you are to, is that you pay for it or you go for the premium package. So guitar, that's separate. If you need the talking drum, you need a saxophone, as the case may be. That means either of them is what we amount to this $60, which is about 70,000 naira. It depends on your location now, because some people will say, this is very small. Yes, it's small compared because of where I am working from. You understand? I'm in Delta State, and here they don't value things like this. So most of my clients are not from here. They are from other states that understand the value of a producer and understand the value that you have to give. So but Notwithstanding, you have to raise your bar as a producer, because people will just come and price you anyhow. Because I used to suffer that before. With everything I can give, they will just come and be talking anyhow until I start to rearrange myself and repackage my business. Before now, let me talk. Listen, this is a practical session, so I know that some of you just want to get into the deal, but just listen to something that will help you. Before now, I didn't have a studio, but I was still producing. I was a mobile producer. So I will take the job and locate a studio, any studio that I love to use, or probably I'll also have some favorite studio that I use. I'll go there. I'll say, okay, can I use your studio for the next 4 hours? How much will you charge? My producer, I want to work with you, or I want to work with your studio. I'll give you your session, but I like to use your equipment for this period of time. Okay, okay, I will say, okay, bring so amount, I pay, and I start to work. Then when I started working with my own studio, when I bought my studio, I started having challenges with pricing and challenges with job, because I was not able to sit down and rearrange my jobs. One, number two, plan my schedule and have a budget. So when I started working with Fiverr and working online and working for some clients outside the country, I started understanding that the way we are overworking as producers, we are just overworking ourselves. So sometimes, because these jobs has to do with the brain, you have to think what you are playing, you have to anticipate your intro, you have to calculate your ending, you have to calculate your syncopations. So these things are not just joke. They're not something you just jump into and jump out of it. No, you have to sit down and let the client know that this is your time. No, I'm now more organized now. I'm no more in the rush. You can't rush me anyhow these days. You understand? You can't just come and say, I need my job now. I say, okay, calm down. As you are coming, you have time. You have sometimes, yeah, according to the job, there are some Afrobeat songs, gospel songs that are simple. I'll just tell you, okay, your time is 2 weeks. So in that 2 weeks, I already know that by the time I spend a week, sometimes I will deliver it before time. You understand? So jobs like these jobs, this particular one, I'll play it in a minute. Has been here for the past, I think it's getting a month now. I tell the guy, if you are in a hurry, come and collect your job, so that I will have time to think. I'll also work with other jobs. So organize your job. If you are working with others, some people do this session kind of charging. Of course, you are free to you can contribute. There's nothing wrong in the comment section. So some people do sessions. If you are in Nigeria, you know, Nigerians, we do our own thing. Outside the country is a bit different. Outside there, people just, you know, is more organized outside the country. But in Nigeria, is jaga jaga. We just a lot of, especially for some states. So if you enter a place like Lagos, Abuja, it is standard session. They don't charge you per track. They are charged per session. So you go there, they tell you in the next 4 hours, this is your session. Your session is 100,000, for example. In the next 4 hours, you are charging you 100,000, and by the time that is outside mixing, mastering, and all those stuff. If you are doing a live, especially when you are in a live studio settings, you are running the live sessions. So people come, they do their thing, and they go. Even if you are running a digital session, also, you can also put it with session. You make more money. So by that time, you are more precise. You work with time, and your effort is rewarded. So when you say you have to, because I've seen people come to my studio, for example, and waste my time with rehearsal. See, this is not a rehearsing studio, for God's sake. As an artist, you are coming, you should have written your verse before coming. So you don't come to my studio and write verse. Those are the things I suffered before. Before I started correcting some errors. You understand? So when I saw that, this thing is lagging my job and is wailing my job down, so I said, okay, fine. What do I need to go? We learn every day. We learn from mistakes. We learn from occasions. We learn from occurrences. So I said, okay, you have 2 hours or you have 4 hours. Your session is 4 hours. So when it is wasted, the next thing you are paying again. So that had to structure some people. When they are coming from home, you have to write a song from home. You don't write it here. So that is talking about organization. Then let me talk about production. Let's go to production proper. Now, the issue a lot of us have is, number one, our intros as producers. Number two, our syncopation. And number three, our general sequencing in the mix. So our songs are not realistic. Let me replay this song again now that some people are online, so that you can although it's not mixed to, this is just a rough arrangement. If you listen carefully, you can't hear the backup well. So just listen again. So after listening, I will come back and we analyze the job. This live, I'm going to end this live by exactly 12 p.m. Yes, 12 p.m.
My God, in you I put my trust. My God, you never let me fail. My God, you never leave me stranded, never leave me helpless. You're right always on time. My hope, my trust is in you. I depend on you. You depend on nothing. Chukwumala Sunel. My God never sleeps nor slumbers, never forsake. Chukwala Sunel. Chukwala Sunel. He never sleeps nor slumbers. Chukwala Sunel. Chukwala Oh God, reliable is a God. Dependable is my very praise and help in times of need. Oh my God, oh, you're so good. All power belongs to you. No mountain you cannot move, no wall you cannot break. My Jesus, miracle worker, promise keeper, mountain mover, the living God. Akazame, Chukwala Sunel, hey, Chukwala Sunel, hey, Chukwala Sunel, hey, Boyo Kuno Zamo, Chukwala Sunel. My God never sleeps, my God never
Let me fast forward it.
Chukwumadina lasso, Chukwumadina lasso, Chukwumadina lasso, Chukwumadina lasso, Chukwumadina lasso. My God never sleeps, my God never slumbers. Chukwumadina lasso, I lift my hands unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. Chukwumadina lasso, my help cometh from the Lord, maker of heaven and never sleeps.
All right, let's pause it there because of time. No, there are people that are just running in this session, but I will encourage you, if you want to gain something, please stay with this live. It's just a 1 hour live session where you have opportunity to ask questions and even contribute because nobody knows it all. So how do I do my job? First of all, I start with intros, and before I will start with the intro, then probably I will do a lay down track. You understand? I love to do a lay down track. I don't rush into my jobs. So what I will do is, if you listen carefully, you see that there are two vocals here. This is the first lead vocal, and this is the second lead vocal. So this first lead vocal was taken as a rough take. First take. This one is like a rough take. Let me play it.
Helpless, you're right always on time.
Please excuse the lagging. It's because I'm working without a sound card so that I can be able to drive the sound to my live to YouTube live. So now this is the voice that was taken after the arrangement of all the instrumentals and those stuff. So after getting my rough take with the lead vocal, then I will start to construct the instrumental. Now how to create a realistic project like this. Number one, you have to anticipate your intro. Number two, your syncopation. And number three, you have to understand form, where a song is supposed to build. You understand? Where a song is supposed to build and where a song is supposed to come down. We have many types of ending. We have precise ending, we have fade ending, and all those stuff that you already know. So never rush into any session of a song. Take time. That's why this kind of project, you have to charge it very very well. You understand? Don't be in a hurry. Charge it very well. So let me play the intro for you. So I always start with the piano. It may not be as perfect as you think, but the combination of everything makes the process better. You understand? So let me start with the intro. Let me take it back again. As you can hear, the intro, if you disagree with me, you can put it there. The intro is realistic enough. So Nigerian production, these are, I normally used to know that it is a Nigerian that produces the song. It is our intro. Our intro are just sometimes too bombastic. There's a word like that. Our intro is very unrealistic. I would have played some samples for you. That sometimes I'll play the keyboard in church and hear about we score songs. When you hear an intro from a Nigerian song, you just know that this song is from Nigeria. In short, he's a Nigerian producer because it's a software. You understand? I need it to stay with me in this life. It's a software. These are things I suffered before. So since it's a software, they can manipulate anything inside the software because it's a software. And before you know it, everything starts sounding very unrealistic. The intro is not approachable, it's not learnable, it's not rehearsable. But your intro must be real. That's why if you play some, I took a month playing some Western songs production. I was not producing, I was just playing them every night. I would play till dawn. I was trying to understand their form. I was trying to understand the way they sequence their songs, the way they approach their songs, the way this song, there's no guitar in this song yet, but it's already full and almost ready, apart from the mix. So your intro must be realistic enough. If you hear the intro, will you rehearse the intro that you are creating? That should be a question that you should ask yourself. You understand? You are creating an intro that people cannot play with the mindset that it is rugged. There will be a time for that. You are not creating jazz in the first place. It's an intro. So the intro must be realistic. Calm down and anticipate the intro. Let the intro have a direction. You understand? So let me solo the piano. And as you can see, sometimes what I do is I try to think something different. So I started with a rising pad. Let me play it. This is a rising pad. You can see. Then it faded. It stopped. You can see. So that rising pad will create an atmosphere for me. For this particular song, I can do something different in another song. So the next thing I did here was the drums. So as the pad was rising, the drums had to do a calling. That flamp that I did at the beginning has its own effect, has its own aura. Listen again. So the drum is very powerful. It's an additive drum, so it tends to want to drag the system a bit. So that is how the drum came in. The next thing is my piano. Let me play. I'll release them one after the other. So stop it. The next thing is my pad. I will also reveal all the instruments that I use. I use an additive drums. Look at it here. Additive drums 2. Some people requested it. I also send it. I also have presets that I did. These are the presets you can see. We have the drum mix 2 preset. We have the drum with attack preset. We have the praise drum preset. We have the drum praise drum. We have the surely drum. I just named them according to their preset. So that is for the MIDI drum. and this is the piano that I use. Is like I said before, is a contact piano, and all I think is Alicia Keys. Yes, I also have Motif FX8. I combine three pianos in one. This is also an EP Heaven layer. It's from MK Sensational. So that's what I use for the piano. The pad, let me solo only the pad. The pad is from Dune. It's a popular pad. I think a lot of producers use that pad a lot. That is the pad. The pad is from Dune 3. Dune 3. I think is a license plugin. You have to pay for it. This, I think there are some other free versions also. So this is a Dune 3, and it's a very powerful pad. If you come to this Sandbank, come to Dune 3 factory, and you see pad, you click pad. When you click pad, come over to this session, this choir session. You will see all the parts here. What I use is the choir WT MK. That's the pad I use. There are other nice pads that you can also explore. So that is for that. And what I have here is my sign. I call them sign effects. I have many other signs effects that I use. So that's my sign effect. Is from Doom 2. It's from Doom 2. I will also tell you how to regulate it, but not in this live session because of time. Our time is running fast, and our data is also running fast. I have to consider for people that are watching. So please feel free to. I will stop in the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes, so that if there are questions, you can ask. Somebody said I have this plugin with the keygen. Oh, thank you very much. So somebody is in the comment section saying he has this plugin with keygen. So please, if you can help those, you can help with that particular plugins. Thank you very much. So that is my sound effect, and I use a MIDI guitar. There's a MIDI guitar I use sometimes, very powerful MIDI guitar, and it's from Ampo. It's an Ampo guitar, but it's another version. So let me play it so you can hear. So you can see that it sounds so real and so nice. So by the time you put the combination of everything together, it is approachable. That's for the intro. Like I said, let your intro be approachable. Let your intro be as simple as possible, not so complex. There are times that I will play another project where you will hear intro. It's not that we can't do these things, but sometimes you have to be commercial as a producer, because you have to think the commercial aspect of the song, even if you are doing a spiritual song. This is where the gospel setting is dying. The gospel songs, the secular songs are just taking over, because these guys, they put everything into a song. They consider every aspect of the song, both the marketing, both the commercial part of the song and all those stuff. But we gospel, we just go into the song and expect the Holy Spirit to just set the song for us. It's not possible. So the producer have 100% job to do. Let's say 60% job to do for that song to actually hit the market. So, and sometimes, and in some cases, people will say when you have to be careful with clients. Sometimes these artists, when they come, they want to tell you what to produce. Don't allow that. Don't allow that. You lose your place as a producer. Sometimes it is good to suggest. They can suggest. When you bring a song, I just know what to play. That is me, because I've been in this game for more than 15 years. So once I hear the song, I say, "Okay, hold on. Let me finish." When I am done, you can do some adjustment. That is fine. But to tell me that these are you are not in this setting, so you have to know how to stand your ground as a producer, and you earn respect, and they will know you know your job. So let's move to the next phase. Now, I was talking about form. Your songs or your production has to be arranged in form, with forms. So there is a part for an intro, and there's a part where the song has to come down for the verse to come in. It depends on the gospel song you are producing anyway. There are some songs that are funky, that just go from start to finish hard. You understand? There are some songs like this, you have to come down a bit. So if you look at this portion, you see that we have more instruments. You look at this side, you see that the instruments are less in this part. So let me play it to this point.
My God, you I put my trust. My God, you never let me fail. My God, you never.
Now, if you listen carefully, you will see some deliberate moves. It keeps people in the song. The way it's keeping you now, you want to listen more. You understand? So sometimes our songs are too boring. So a song will just be playing from beginning to the end, nothing. You understand? Nothing new, nothing intriguing, nothing interesting. The song will just be going direct. Someone like me as a producer, if I just hear that kind of song, I'm out of that place. I just beg, let me play something different. So you must be able to differentiate between complexity and interesting production. Complexity is when you are playing things that people cannot really actually if you listen, there's a song we used to play in those days. It was produced by Mastercraft. This Tuwaraya Mama. Go and play that song again. As powerful as that production, it didn't go too far. You understand? It didn't go so far because it was out of the reach of a lot of instrumentalists. And these days we have instrumentalists, or we have keyboard players, we have bass players that are actually very lazy. They can't really go deep into some of these chords that we know how to play, and this no tritons and this stuff. So let the song be real. Now let me come back again.
My God, you are my God, you never let me fail. My God, you never leave me.
Okay, somebody said increase. Is it the volume I should increase or what? Okay, I should increase the volume a bit in the streaming platform. Okay, let me increase it. I was afraid so that the thing will not blast. Okay, I think it's at the end already. All right, I've increased it a bit. So as I was saying, listen to the piano again, and this is where just take a listen to the piano. As simple as that. I know some people will just say the thing is dropping. You understand? You have to be deliberate sometimes. Drop. It has to drop. There are points where the piano has to bounce. So some of the error is the song is just playing, everything is just playing from beginning to the end, the same pattern. Now if you look at this point, you see where the part came in again, from this point again. From this point, you can see where the part came in from this point again. Let me play it.
I depend on you depend on nothing.
Now the strings are coming in gradually and gradually. So I want to take to the point where syncopation is not necessary. You understand? This is where every song must not be syncopated. Every song must not carry syncopation. This is where regulating and maturity comes in production. You understand? You have to understand where is songs that you need to put some syncopation. Syncopation mainly is to usher in a different sessions. You understand? Different sessions in the song. So I want to wrap up so that people can ask questions, because our time is not our friend. Let me forward to a point. Okay, let me play. I think I can play from here.
I depend on you depend on nothing. My God never sleeps, no.
So that is for that. Know how to arrange your piece. And then there's a point where I don't know what is wrong with my system. His team is behaving. I thought I've done it. I can't seem to fast forward the play. I think it's from my keyboard or so. It's from my keyboard. All right, I wanted to take it to the point where I did a switch. To now be very nice. So except I'll let it play to that point itself. So there's a point where I did a switch. I needed to listen to that point where this is where production gets interesting. So sometimes it can be very, 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 very tough as a producer to want to meet up with everything. So let me see if I can use this to skip it to that point. Let me stop and talk about the drums for a minute. I think that's the interesting part, and I think I will stop there because I'm unable to fast forward this stuff. So let me solo the drums. Now I use an additive drums, and this is what I do. If you look under here, you will see some yellow buttons here. They are where you actually send your, as you already know, you send your your drum samples here to your mixer in your Cubase. So when you go to your studio, open your mix console, you will also see the same thing you are seeing there on the additive drums. You can see them here also. This is where you can actually make some difference in the mix. You can add, if you look at my kick, I do ridiculous things in my mix. It's not something that you are used to, you understand? So okay, this is my snare. Let me click the kick for you. So there's this plugin I will recommend, and I will just stop here because of my system is not working properly. So this is I want to recommend this plugin for you. This particular, it is called the EZ Mix. It is everything in one. If I put it off, you will just notice that everything about the kick is gone. You understand? It is the power of the kick. Let me play. Now you can see that it has different sessions. If you click the drum, it has kick, it has hi-hat, it is an already made kind of plugin. If you select any of the presets here, it just have, I don't want to destroy my mix again. So you can see it has different kinds of mix already mixed down. So let me just play the job and put it off and on. You can see the effect for the drum. You can see how strong it is. Let me put it off. That's for the kick. Look at it. Wait, it's bringing. So what I do to my drums mostly is the drums have different kinds of job. When you are working with songs like this, your drum needs to should be a bit wet. You understand? So your kick, your snare. By the time I finish writing everything, I will now create a group track. Let me show you the group track. When I create that group track, it is from that group track I make all my changes. I try to add that reverb you are hearing from the snare. That it is from the group track. Now this is, you can see the toms are grouped, the drum is grouped. So I will route the toms into the drum and route the drum into the music track. This is the music group. So you can see I have 3 groups I work with. So this group is what is controlling the entire instrumentation. Then this group is controlling the entire backup vocals, which are not mixed yet. So if I open my snare, I use majorly stock plugins. This is my snare. You can see stock. This is a studio mix stock. This envelope shaper is a stock. This one is a stock. All stock plugins for my snare. And you can see the cutout and all the regulation. This is not a complete class, so I don't want to waste time here. My kick is the same. You can see. Let me solo that kick for a minute. Let me see if I can solo it. The thing is not just working properly. Okay, this is the kick. Let me see if it can play. Aha. So yep, it depends on the kind of earpiece you are using or headphone you are using. It might sound a bit strong from your end. So that's how my whole mix is arranged, so roughly. Before then, later on, I will sit down and start to do some balancing arrangements and all those stuff. And let me jump to my bass. I have 2 bass. One bass, I will duplicate it, and I have the high bass and the low bass. This is the sound from the high bass. You can see that it's a bit light. So this is the sound from my low bass. Listen. You can see that the bass cannot be hidden. So in some jobs, when the moment you play from the end, you can't hear the string 2 and string 1 again. Is because of the mix. So probably you can hear the thicker end, you can hear the lighter end. So I'm just trying to rush so that we can wrap up. And lastly, my backup vocals. So I purposely left this one last. You understand? This one, I left this session for the last. This backup vocal, this particular track, in short, when the lady came to voice this track, I was disappointed because she didn't she didn't produce what I wanted for this particular song, but I kept it for a reason, for the transformational reason. Now this is what I do to the my backup, my BGVs. And some people do add auto tune. It's fine, it depends on what you want. Now let me play the voice.
Chukwala sneo, chukwala sneo, mpayoku nozamu.
Listen carefully, you will notice that the voice are enclosed because there is actually nothing on them, nothing at all, no mix, no arrangement. So what I'll do first, and this is why I need to pay attention, is the panning. Now if you listen carefully, you will see one, backup 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 takes, because I'm working with just one backup vocalist. This is where understanding need to come in. So if I'm working with 2 3 4 5 backup vocalists, for example, or I'm working with, let's say, 3, then I will reduce the number of takes, you understand, to give me a fuller sound. So since I'm working with one backup vocals, I will have to make 6 takes. That's why sometimes the process will take a bit of time. So now what I will do here, I'm coming, is let's start to pan it together. Now this is my soprano one. If you look at the color difference will tell you which is which. So the red is the soprano, the blue is the alto, and the green is the tenor. So I will go to soprano 1. I will pan this to 95% left. Listen. Oh my god. Okay, let me try manual. All my console, they are not just responding today. I don't know what's happening. Okay, let me go. Let me try from here. All right, let me see if I can work. It's still not working. Oh my god. Okay, since it's not working, let me just explain. Oh, it's not moving. Okay, let me just explain. So I will take my soprano 95% left, soprano 2 90% left, soprano 3 85% left. So I'm doing a difference of 5. You understand? For 1 2 and 3. So 4 5 and 6, I will not take it to the right. So I stopped at 85. I will take it to the right by 80, 75 and 70. So I will screw down. This time don't forget that I started to the left with soprano. So auto, I will not take the first auto to the right with same 95%. So I will just apply everything that I did here into this particular auto. Then the tenor, I will leave the tenor at the middle of the track. Some people prefer to carry the tenor left, take soprano right, but I will advise let the heavy voices always be at the middle of the mix. It's unfortunate that I can't really play back, or I can't practicalize what I am talking about, but please just listen, and it will also help you with your system. And maybe our next class next week Thursday, your system can be in your front, so that as you are asking, you are practicalizing. So let the heavy voices be at the middle. It will help you. So I wanted to start to apply my preset, but it's not functioning. It's just freezing. So next week we apply some effects in the job. So I think at this junction, I would love to wrap up here. Before I will wrap up here, let me just play the end part of the song. The end part of the song. Like I said, there are many types of ending. So you choose the particular one you want to end with, and let it be very, very oh my god, I can't even move the cursor to this point. So I think at this junction I should stop here and entertain questions if there are any. Okay, let me take some comments from here. I'm so sorry that my system is just misbehaving today. Okay, somebody's okay. I have this plugin with Kijin. You see, I want to really learn making gospel beats in Cubase. I've been using FL for beats. Okay, let me talk about that. I normally used to use FL Studio for production, but here is the limitation when you use FL for production only. It will, number one, is time consuming, because after you would have finished doing, sometimes there are some jobs that you need to voice instantly, but you will just have to go to FL Studio and start to do the job first, then later come back to Cubase, you now import it and start to voice. Those are just, and you can't be very productive with that. So what some people do is they do rewiring. You can rewire so that as you can be voicing from here and the beat is playing from FL. But I also recommend you working directly from Cubase. Like you can see, this is all Cubase job production. Please can put in your questions if you have. There are no questions. Okay, this one say great job. Please increase. I've talked about that. The loop. Did you create it? Yes, I created the loop by myself. I created the loop. All the loops are created. I have two different loops here. This is the first one. 6/8. So this is the first one. But this is where I did the switch, but I can't fast forward it. It has to play to that point, which is this will take more time. So the last, okay, I think that is all for today. I want to appreciate you all for joining me on this live or in this live session. I promise you next week Thursday, 10 p.m. is 10 a.m. is 10 a.m. I'll be right here again to elaborate more, and this time I don't know if there's a way I can bring some people in live like this so that we can start to share ideas together live. I don't know if YouTube can do that as that function, but I think it's on TikTok. So thank you so much. If there are no questions, my line, I think my number is up there somewhere around Cubase. You can get the contact, WhatsApp contact, and WhatsApp me. Of course, I can reply you. Some of these preset that I used here, you can also request for them if you want. I will also try to empty the project and just forward that to people that will need it. So God bless you. I will just play the track again, enjoy the track, and probably do your observation from there. If I see more questions, I will answer in the next 5 minutes before I go. God bless you. Thank you so much. Second loop, you can hear it. It's like a trap kind of this thing.
Never leave us helpless. You never leave us.